All right, folks, Captain Paul here, and today's Wednesday video, I'm going to call it "Let's Burn the Bridges," because what I mean by that statement's been made for years and centuries, and it's really what it's all about. When you make that decision in your brain to do anything, if you burn all the bridges and you don't have any choice, they put all the soldiers on the island. If you want to win a war, burn all the bridges. They can't come off. They either win or they lose. You win or you die. And that's the same way when you're buying a boat. So when I first bought Luke Princess, I lost my job to COVID. I went I knew what I wanted to do. I was like, here I am. I'm 60 years old, 59 years old. Had a little bit of money saved up. I knew I could do this. I didn't really know all about the America's Great Loop, but I did know that I wanted to get out on the water, and my choices were between the West Coast and the East Coast, which is basically Florida and the East Coast. And I said it just made more. The boats were a little bit cheaper, and the cruising ground was much different from the East Coast to the West Coast. Maybe that'll be a video someday because I have done both. But anyway, so when I was ready, when my mind, it was just like an aha moment one day. I just woke up and I said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm done. COVID hits, boom, house is for sale, boom. We were able to sell the house for a small profit. We didn't get the big numbers that some of these other people did, but we were able to break even and get all of our money that we had invested in the house back out of the house, plus maybe $20,000, $30,000, somewhere around there. So I had an all-in budget on my boat of right about $100,000 after I sold the house. And why I'm saying burn all the bridges, because I sold the house. We have nowhere to live anymore. So it's we either buy another house, buy the boat, buy an RV. We do whatever we're gonna do, but we don't have any place to live. So I burned all my bridges. And that's when your mindset, when you get there in this world and you say, I'm ready to buy a boat, it doesn't matter what the market did. Right now, we just happen to be in a crashing boat market, a panic selling, crashing boat market, and you're able to get a good deal, but you got to have the money in the background to back that up, because the price of everything has gotten just so out of control with everything. But if you have cash and you're able to do it, you're going to see some really nice bargains. Luke Princess was I thought I was getting a bargain on that boat. The bargain was not so great after I bought the boat. I paid $35,000 for it. CHB trawler, 36 foot. Loved the boat, loved the layout. Just a nice, compact. Had everything I wanted. Had a living room separated from the kitchen, down kitchen, V-berth up front. Nice bed in the back with a walk around. It was just a nice layout for a 36-foot boat. And when we looked at it, the interior was in fairly decent shape. We felt, and then we had a surveyor, but it was a brokers and buyer survey that worked together, and they were in the business of selling boats. They weren't really in the business of letting you know what's wrong with the boat. So I got caught up into all of that, a huge learning curve. But anyway, I was able to pick the boat up at what I thought was a good price, was $35,000. Was that a good price? You tell me. I ended up hard cash out of my pocket, spending $80,000. It took me, it was 90 days on the hard. Immediately after I purchased the boat, I never even drove the boat. I took it from the location that I bought it from, took it to the yard, had it pulled out of the water. You can see right here in these pictures. And then I began to work on it for the next 90 days, 10 hours a day, every single day of the week for 7 days straight. Never took a day off. And that's what it took to get that boat back in the water. And so forget about the labor, forget about the gas, this is just hard money out of my pocket. Was over, when I was done, so basically, let's say I paid $35,000 for it. I put another $40,000, a little over $40,000 in cash. That's parts only, cash. But when I say parts only, I'm saying like insurance. I'm saying the cost of what it costs to have it up for 90 days on the hard, which is very expensive. That alone was $4,500. And it just kept adding up and adding up. Next thing you know, I'm out $45,000. I'm into this boat for $80,000, and I knew the buck value. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get it out of it, and even had the broker call me and say, hey, you know, when you go to sell that boat, you're never going to get that kind of money out of that boat. And he was right, I didn't. But when I went to sell it, when I was ready to sell it, when Southern Estate became available and I was able to make that switch, I felt that I got such a great deal on Southern Estate that I was able to take the loss on Loop Princess. But even if I wasn't, you know, that $20,000 hit it is what it is. I burned all my bridges. I was ready to get on a boat, and I did it. And if Southern Estate hadn't worked out, and I still was on Loop Princess, even today, it was worth every penny of that $80,000. You know, the full price of the boat, which was $80,000. That's why I've always said you can't get these boats cheap enough. Nobody could get any boat, a used boat, cheap enough, because if it doesn't need electronics, it'll need engine work, a bottom knob. It needs something. And there's never, even on Southern Estate today, I could drop $30,000 on that boat like that. And I think any boat owner out there that owns any of these boats, I don't care if it's a brand new boat, they could jump $30,000, $40,000 on their boat in a split second, just like that. Because it's the reality of where we're at in this world. So anyway, I just wanted to, you know, this week, you know, I told you guys we were going to talk about Loop Princess and what it cost, and you know, and then how I got into it. And it's basically I burned all my bridges. I said I'm going to do America's Great Loop, got the boat ready. So even after that 90 days on hard, it took another 90 days, and I was adding solar system. I was putting new air conditioners in. I was going through the engines completely, all the cooling systems, everything, you know, everything on that boat was. But I'll tell you what, when I left for America's Great Loop, I had 0 breakdowns, 0 problems. I didn't have any problems at all with Loop Princess at all, and it was just a lot of preparation and, you know, good planning, you know, good maintenance, and getting the boat ready for America's Great Loop. And when I went to sell Loop Princess, boom, sold like that. So even in this market today, this crashing, panic selling market that we have, I would be able to sell a boat like that just because of all of the stuff that was done to the boat. You could actually see the improvements, and you could, you know, drive the boat. The bottom was completely done on it. That's probably one of the biggest things was that bottom ended up costing me a lot of money because it had, you know, the water inside the fiberglass, and that all had to be grinded out, opened up, and then resealed back up in the end. And that literally, that was the one that broke my back kind of, and it kept it in the yard for the extra like 2 months. I was only expecting to be on the hard for 1 month, ended up being 90 days, and it was because of that, you know, that situation with the hull. But anyway, I just want you guys to be careful. Anybody needs any help, if you want to help moving a boat, if you want to help captaining, if you want to learn how to drive your boat, if you want to, you know, just pick my brain about anything, you're welcome to call me. I have an open, free phone line, and then for consulting, I give you an hour for free, and after that, it's $50 an hour, which, you know, just having a guy on your shoulders saying, you know, you did the right thing or you didn't do the right thing, I think it helps somebody, you know, when you have somebody to bounce the ideas off of. Anyway, I just wanted to share that video with you and let you know that when you're ready to buy and you burn your bridges and you're going to buy a boat no matter what, I'm not going to stop you. Nobody is going to stop you from buying that boat. And that's sometimes what it takes to actually, you know, get into that mindset of buying the boat. So anyway, peace out. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. I hope you guys are liking this new format. Leave me the comments down below. Let me know. And thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much.